Little Legends, The Mole of Edge Hill. Beneath the streets of Edge Hill, all is not as it may seem. Hidden below the busy roads and pavements lay miles of brick-built tunnels and arches, some as deep as 50 foot. This is the true story of Joseph Williamson, known locally as the Mole of Edge Hill. Joseph Williamson left his home in Yorkshire when he was only 11 years old to seek his fortune in Liverpool. He found employment and lodgings with Mr. Tate, a tobacco merchant, and his family. He worked hard, eventually starting a business of his own, and married Mr. Tate's daughter Elizabeth. When Mr. Tate died, he bought the tobacco business. Joseph Williamson became very wealthy and bought land at Edge Hill to build houses for rent. The ground at the back of the houses dropped steeply. It was the fashion at the time to have large gardens and orchards, so he employed men to build brick arches and extend the gardens over them. When these were finished, he carried on employing the men to build huge underground halls and miles of brick-arched tunnels below Edge Hill. Joseph Williamson was a strange man. He built houses without any plans. Some didn't have a bathroom, kitchen, or even windows. Sometimes he would order his workers to dig holes and fill them in again, or move building materials back and forward from the same place. His own house was very odd. He lived in what was described as a cellar. The sitting room was a large vault with a window at one end. His bedroom was a hollowed-out cave. Steps led down into the tunnels and halls below, where he entertained his friends with grand banquets. Stories have been told of houses being chiselled out of the rock and strange cries and screams coming from the tunnels being heard in the houses built above them. After Joseph Williamson died, the tunnelling stopped. Some were filled in and others used as a dumping ground. Recent excavations have unearthed pottery, bottles and other objects that tell the story of life at that time. We may never know the reason Joseph Williamson built the tunnels. Did he think a terrible disaster was about to happen and he would live safely in them? Or was it to provide employment to soldiers returning from the Napoleonic Wars, who would otherwise, along with their families, have starved? The partly excavated tunnels can still be seen and may one day reveal the secret the Mole of Edge Hill took to his grave. Well then, a house in a tunnel, sleeping in a cave. Oh, whatever next? Thanks for dropping by. Call back soon. There are plenty more stories to tell from the river. Bye for now.